Next big thing in battle rap has finally arrived. The URL TV app. Sign up and become a member today at urltv.tv.
Got messages from the people like, where you been, boss? I took a break from the rapping, but never love lost. I did the college of engineering, I'm a paper tight. I got the talent, but also gotta get the...
No surf browsing, we just work houses. Lowe's weigh as much as Big Pun on his first album. You ever been up in the raid with fed search houses, raw stuff and raw and they raw?
JB, I've always wanted to tell you this story. I mean, ask you about this. This is like always been in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember Summer Impact.
Okay.
You were in the middle of the mayhem.
Oh, Reloaded?
Yeah, Summer Impact Reloaded, right?
Well, yeah, I was in the middle of both mayhems. But
That one was like real intense. Dudes fighting bottles, everything.
Yeah. Which
and
one?
You were holding on to everything, like your equipment, and making sure everything going on. You know, I always wanted to ask you, like, you know what I'm saying? You stay calm. You ain't leave. You ain't dip. I gotta ask you, what was going through your mind when that happened? And I know that's probably the worst thing that can always happen at a battle.
I was honestly, my whole mentality in that moment was just disappointment. I was so mad. Like, if there's probably some footage drifting around somewhere, like right as the aftermath happens, like after like most of them end up outside kind of squaring off or whatever, you'll see me on the stage going, boo! Like, I'm booing these guys, and these guys are my friends, because I was disappointed by everybody's actions in the thing. And the reason why I'm on stage like doing that is, one, that's where I post up. That's where, like, when I'm doing audio, I have to get as close to the battlers as possible. So I'm on the stage, and all my audio rig is plugged in. It's hardwired in. So I can't just grab the shit and run. And I'm not gonna lie, also, like, I don't know if it looks like that on camera. I'm a big dude, so like I don't really get like freaked out by a bunch of 5'5" guys who can't really fight. Like, fighting each other is not really that scary to me. Like, I'm sorry to talk shit, and I'm not saying like nobody could have got hurt or whatever. Of course. But I was more just focused on, one, preserving my equipment, because I have invested a lot in that equipment, and two, I was really just focused on how disappointing the whole thing was. It was such a drag to me to see everybody being what the outside world thinks battle rap probably is. Like, oh, it's just all these guys talking shit, and then they swing on each other, and they can't handle it, and they can't blah, 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 blah. But meanwhile, there's 400 battles every week, and nothing ever happens.
This was
and
one thing.
Even in that context, it wasn't that crazy. The whole melee lasted about a minute and a half at the long end of it.
And the tear gas came out.
Yeah, and then they dropped the tear gas on us, and we were choking.
Did you get hit by the gas too?
Oh yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I mean,
bystander.
Yeah, but it is what it is. But so wait. So what do you want to know?
Nah, like, just you know, like, what was going through your mind when you just seen?
That's
all
what it
that
was. I was just super disappointed, and I think any of the guys involved, whether it was just in the fight or in the battle itself, that I know personally, like you know me, like I'll tell anybody what I think. Like, I told them all, like, I'm super disappointed. Like, this is not the look. Like, now we can't come to this venue. Now New York is going to be a problem. We've seen the ramifications of that. But we tried to book Survivor Series in New York, and everybody wanted a $5,000 deposit that we were never going to get back. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So it's like,
did that make things harder for us in New York and moving forward and everything? Oh, okay, that
caused the whole problem, and we didn't even know until we started trying to do something else. And like, club owners talk to each other, and that kind of stuff, like that. When it makes it to whatever TMZ or Joe Budden or wherever the hell that footage made it, like, you know, it's funny to us to meme it and make things about T-Top falling down or whatever, but that has very real financial ramifications.
And like you said, you invest thousands of dollars into your equipment.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Every single one of us.
Breaking.
That was a free event. There was a whole bunch of giving away everything on that. You know what I mean? And I'm URL all day. Like, I stick by Chico Beasley smack, like, every day. So, like, when I see what they risked and what they put down just to make it up to the fans that something happened that wasn't under their control either the first time around, to then see it go down like that and see the fans be disappointed, because I'm a fan too, like, I wanted to see the thing happen, and now we're doing, you know, it was a drag, you know. But I mean, we're back. We're here, like
100%.
You know, how quickly did we have like 3 more events booked?
Yeah,
like,
and then,
there was no rest. We were back on the phone planning the next thing the next day.
Yeah, and things are continuing to progress and things like that, and battle rap is only getting bigger. How far do you think this culture will go? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we get little setbacks, little things like that, but how far do you think this culture can grow? Because a lot of people look at this as the early stages of like a hip hop when it's starting, and then you know. And the biggest issue, I think, is finances. Like, you know, everybody wants to make more money, but it has to get to a point where that can happen.
Yeah. Make no mistake about it. Like, everyone involved in battle rap makes financial and time sacrifices to get their stuff done.
Facts.
And this is, like, whatever you think about URL, there's a lot of sacrifice made. Like, anybody involved in URL could make more doing any number of things, being in the music industry or being in publishing, or like I could spend a lot more time making commercials and stuff like I used to do and make a lot more money, but we care about this. And it's the same with you, and it's the same with Rod, it's the same with everybody. Like we invest a lot of time and money in this. So but as far as, so those sacrifices are being made for something greater, something bigger, and that is absolutely coming. Like, if you take the temperature of the popular culture out there right now, like, they are watching this. They care about us in ways that I rarely realize until I just pop on TV and I'm like, is there a TV show where celebrities battle rap now? What the fuck just happened? You know what I'm saying? But like, that just happened. Like, nobody told me that was coming. I just like turned on the TV and there it is. I'm like, wait, that's battle rap. Like, it's corny battle rap, but it's like battle rap. You know what I mean? They had that series on Netflix just recently, and had my boss like come out and host battles for not great MCs, but like you know, like but they knew that, you know, and BET, like all this stuff. So to kind of circle back around and try to answer your question, like, the ceiling on this, there's no ceiling. Like, Netflix, Hulu, Showtime, HBO, Amazon, like, all that stuff is within reach. Like, I don't know if it's tomorrow, but it's within the next handful of years. I think the world at large is going to care about us enough that those checks start getting cut. And I don't say that like hyperbolically. I really mean that. Like, that's a very real thing. I don't think that's a stretch at all. That's really going to happen.
I mean, that's really the goal. That's what we're all looking forward to, you know, as contributors to the culture. And, you know, everybody out here. As far as the MC, you know what I'm saying? The guys rapping and everything like that. What do you think is the elevation of the MCs? You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, because now these guys, no media training. A lot of guys up and come in. You know what I'm saying? Where do you see these guys able to take it? You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, seeing everything that's happened before them, and now things are changing. There's a new process. Even within URL, there's different processes of getting in, ways of creating these new stars or adding. So what, I guess, in a sense, my real question is, what advice would you give out to the new generation, the new guys coming in, the new class next year that's coming in and things like that? Yeah,
I mean, honestly, I would love it if there was, because it would make for a better interview if I could say there's one really great piece of advice that I would give to these guys. But honestly, like, I do what I do so that every single guy who comes in, I can look at what he's doing, what his potential is, what he needs to do better, and be able to have these personal conversations with these guys. Like, it's why I'm here. Like, I care about these people. Like, they're artists and poets. Like, I care about where they get to. So, like, if it's Ace, like, he needs certain things, or he needs to not lose focus on certain things while he's taking care of these things that he's really good at, he needs to not XYZ. Swamp has a whole other list, you know, that he needs to be better at, and things that he needs to maintain about himself. But I will say this, like, you have to learn from what's working. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at a Sioux Surf, people can debate all day long if they want to, and that's part of the fun of it. What round he won, blah, 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 right? But you can't debate whether or not he's fun to watch in a face-off, whether or not he sells the fight. You can't debate that. That is a not debatable aspect. And if you're going to be a guy on the come-up and you see the difference between him and a guy who plays it a little more quiet and a little more cool and a da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and you know that guy doesn't have the influence that Surf does, you better fucking learn why. Like, you better figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, and he'll tell you. Like, it's not a secret. You know what I mean? He'll tell you. Watch the people who things are working for. There's nobody. None of the top tier, God tier, blah, 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 blah guys in this culture keep secrets. They will tell you. If you're a young guy on the come up, they will tell you what works, because they want you to succeed too, like in a very real way. Like, there's none of these guys for all the like hazing that new guys get that they get. They actually want things to work out for you.
No, I agree, man. And last thing I just want to say, JB, man, as far as Black Market Media and everything like that, the whole team, just, you know, what can we be looking forward to, you know, coming in the future?
The whole Black Market team is running the royalty card. That's us. We're doing the whole pay-per-view, the live stream, the everything. That's something that you guys have only seen little glimpses of from us. But that's something well within my wheelhouse and my team's wheelhouse, so we're going to be running the live stream on that. We're going to be shooting that in a really unique way. I'm not giving anything away about it. You're just going to have to be surprised. And you're going to see a lot more, like, increasing amounts of behind-the-scenes stuff. Like the show Levels that people really responded to with chess. We have 6 more episodes in the works right now, and most of them are almost done, and we're just kind of putting the finishing polishes on them, finishing up interviews and doing all the special stuff to really make it worth your 20 minutes. And in general, whether it's the sit down or Levels or a whole bunch of other plans, just more in-depth, intense, like, character development, like backstories, all that stuff, so that the fans really get the view that you and I know about these guys. We really want to let people inside, you know, not just see a guy on stage and be like, oh, he raps good. I want you to know about his life, his family, where he grew up, the whole thing. Because it's, like I said before, like, it's these guys have really interesting stories. So I'm trying to bring that all 2020.
Yo, y'all hear it here first, man. Black Market Media. JB, tell the fans where they can follow you, man, and stay tuned into everything, man. I see you be checking dudes on Twitter and all that. You know what I'm saying? I say, JB, don't play.
Not too much. Not too much. I'm not too aggressive, but I have a threshold where I'll call people out. But no, at Black Market Media on everything, at Rap Battlecast on everything. That's me. And at URL for life. Yo, JB, Black Market Media, URL TV. Tune in every 5 minutes to Hip Hop Is Real, because they have every single thing you could possibly want to know about battle rap every day.
This is my life, my life, my life, my life. I love my city, but most people can't escape the trap. No more applause, no more my man getting clapped. We tend to oversee what the real problems are. Instead, we try to forget them, sitting at the bar. It's time to take a stand for every ounce of pain. Become adults, no finger waving, let's take the blame. Let me spit the truth, what the people want to hear. Vazina flow, making sure that you see it.
Who will make it? Who will fall? The clock is ticking. This is a platform where your skills are put to the test. From the moment that the beat drops, each artist will have exactly 3 hours to complete a hit record. If not, they will have fallen victim to the writer's block. Do you have what it takes? Are you up for the challenge? Or are you afraid that your time will expire before your song is complete? Subscribe now and find out which artist will fall to the writer's block.